All right. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? This subject I hear a lot offline, online. It's cover time. I just did a pre-record about the new begins. Check that out. The new of 2022. Everybody's looking for cover because from last year, it was a lot of merging of platforms on this website. Um, you got a lot of them merging because the politics of the YouTube and these urban sectors, what we like to call black sector, white sector. It talks about not just real issues, but realistic or real life things goes on in the world, everyday life, right? We talk about people that looks for cover and they was beefing with certain individuals. Well, I don't use beef loosely on the internet. It's not real beef because real beef is like when you do harm somebody and they ain't coming back. That's how I was raised and taught. And some people use fists, whatever. Some people die with fists. Some people ain't coming back. That's how beef is. But 9 out of 10, cover time is like when people did something foul. And I've noticed years ago, back on YouTube, you couldn't do that because there was no place to run. Because if you did a pre-record, people was going to respond to your video. That's how it was back then. Nowadays, you got live streams. People hide on, I ain't going to use the term avatar. Everybody's an avatar every now and then. I cam up every once in a while. But when you do some drama, say, for example, they're looking for cover for your protection. To me, I'm not the channel for that. If I find out that you fuck with certain people that I don't mess with, I can't deal with you on the long end. Now, that applies for male and female, but 9 out of 10, I understand that people do their rounds, but cover time is like, I'll give you an example. I'm not going to use our little problem. Ours is internal because that's something we got to fix as a people. Well, technically, that's lost, but I'm going to say it like this. Last night, I'm going to use last night as an example. I like what Art did. Art did something that's very telling what the new year is going to be because I see a lot of division amongst everybody and then people windmilling for these other people that did some fuck shit over there on their side. So what the trick is, the cover time thing is coming. So they want you to hold their hand to the promised land, right? Well, people forget when you're dealing with content, and if you're not, like I said, I ain't gonna say a beef channel because I hate the term when they use it loose that on the internet. Let's say a conflict channel, right? I'm not one of those channels. Yeah, I deal with conflict on my panels every now and then. Did a little fuckery. I did one, well, a couple. The biggest one I did was Sunday Madison too. That shit was lit. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good stream too. And got education real quick. I didn't want those numbers, but I got them anyway. I cracked it, and it's still going. People liked it, still to this day. But when you get people in the box, that's daily. That's your day ones, your regulars, and things like that. But eventually, I don't have like 100 something people talking about the same old shit because that's people's drawn to enamorance and bullshit. Because that's what makes money. That's what's popular. Everybody's trying to be like their purple pill god. That's why I say fuck the whole thing. See, I'm a villain. I don't care. I'm scorched earth. I'm gonna scorch that shit and talk bad about you. It's the internet. Yeah, you talk your shit, you just do your thing, but you gotta understand when people look for cover and they don't want to deal with the drama, like they try to use me as an example. That don't count. That me don't count because I'm newer into these newer spaces of urban YouTube, which was I wouldn't say black or white sectors, but what I've noticed something last year. These two white boys, salute Joe W, salute, salute. And I noticed something. When those two white boys, one was windmilling for Imano, known as the Man's Network. And I think I saw a replay of that stream and I say, wait a minute, how did you come from? It's gone, DS1, salute, salute. I noticed something. Where did he come from? And I was thinking about that Hannibal stream I did with that other white boy. And I was thinking about that crew, the Trims, what we like to call them. that boy is just crazy, you know. And I'm glad I put a stop to him last year. He was annoying. Every time we had real conversations, they always come around. And I don't know what it is when I came back doing my content again since April until like last year. Now this year's a brand new year. It's gonna be a little stricter now because I'm gonna be careful who I let on to deal with the bullshit. So this is where you already peaked in the algorithm. See, I already done peaked because of that last year on that Sunday Madness. Now I'm back doing some damage. This time I'm not playing for real because I think some people got to come back and do this. Because I feel like cover time, there's people looking for cover. Like if you say a lot of foul shit about the women all day, that's cool, and I understand it's right wing beliefs. I hear this a lot in these so-called, they want to call themselves manosphere, the 2.0 guys, the ignore guys. I try to tell them, well, if y'all stop talking about it, you already made your point. I got it from SWP, and I would say the white, they will say, they call themselves white manosphere. I call them mainstream manosphere because they want to be on TV. These dudes don't get it. Like I think me and Dre said this, that's a problem for these young men. This is why incels are created, because when you talk about all that stuff and y'all don't have no track record to prove, now y'all don't talk about real issues, how to solve this shit, y'all don't want to do anything, that's a problem. This is why Saru said what he says all the time. He said that for years, and now it's resonating. Now it's coming back to bite certain people. So you got to be careful. This is a new year, new day, because the technology is going to get good. It's going to get to a point you can't run around. And I'm just saying like this, I'm glad I took that week off. What that was is a Sting got cleaneration. They deleted some channels. That's why you see all these bots. They come from Google. You got some that's Russian Google bots. They're not Russia per se, but I'm saying they're Russian Google bots because, you know, and Dre showed me about that guy from Utah. Interesting. I ain't going to expound on it on the channel. I'm just going to let it be because I already know what that is a sign telling. They're watching everybody. So it's not just right and left. It's the extreme. They're solving this little incel. They try to put a kibosh on it. That incel problem is ongoing. So it's not going to be always on YouTube. It could be on Facebook. That's just cancer. See, YouTube, you got to understand about Google and YouTube. Google and YouTube is going to be fine. It's just, they're going to get stricter in the future. They try not to let us go crazy. See, they don't want no insurgency. What they're trying to do, who's going to be the baddest, who they're going to trust. I think Charles and VGS said it best. They don't trust these white people like that. And that's why you see them in our spaces. They can't go over there and talk that bullshit like they want to because they've been watched. So it's interesting that Dre was telling me that they're having problems. Now, we already divided amongst ourselves. We're not unified. That's a good thing because we already know everybody's stands. It's only a handful of us is unified, but as a collective, we should be unified. But the problem is, it's turmoil. Like I said in that pre-record, it's telling. It's gone, Captain Ghost. Salute. I'm just saying, like, we got to look at the big picture here. The big picture is people looking for cover. I don't care what color it is. Racism always exists on this website. Racism is always in every website, these news sites. And I think Dre was trying to explain to me, it's going to happen, whether we like it or not. The problem is, that's a small piece. It's dumbing down. It's here. It's just out here and online and everywhere. It's gonna be it's a small fraction. But the other fraction is that's a buffer. It's really class and everything else. But the women's stuff, like feminism and all that, we don't care for that. We already solved that years ago. It's people kept regurgitating the gynocracy talks, all that all day long. But it's the thing. You can't attack the women in these spaces. I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's not us, it's not them. It's a combination how you do things on panels. I've noticed on panels, they watching that too. Say get struck down. On the other side, they coming for you because they're not playing anymore. Because last year I've noticed, I'm glad I did not have a lot of females on my panels because I don't do the relationship talks. I steer away from that because there's biases on both genders. But here's the thing. Both sides have points. The problem is I can't pick a side, say who's always right all the time. So it turns into a hate group. I ain't got time for that. And I understand we're not a hate group. We critiquing, but you can't even critique the other side. They can't even critique us correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always somebody that likes to instigate and look for cover. That's what I mean by cover time. Because there's a lot of people like that. And then a lot of times they ain't really about none of this shit. It's all fake, man. The gender wars back then was real back then. It was actually you did something, it was politically, we challenged the issues, and we had a discussion. But see, now this is fake gender war. This is kind of like a psyop. This is kind of like I gotta expose you. I don't like you because I gotta compete with you with numbers and shit. That's how on YouTube. It's always been that way. Yeah, yeah, they are because they're tired of the bullshit, man. And there's no benefit, and it will become a circular argument that hey, yeah, exactly. There's no benefit on neither side. My issue with it as a thing, it's a big ass echo chamber, all sides. Not just us. They have a big echo chamber. See, they think we're the new white people. That's what they think. But in reality, no, no. Yeah, GMO gender war. Yeah. They think we're the new white people. When we try to tell the so-called white people, white man, no, no, we're not. We're not your saviors. I'm not one of these channels that's looking for cover. I'm sorry because I feel like I can't be that guy. You know what I mean? Because I told this to Art too. What was gonna happen about those white boys coming to your shit? This ain't just that side. That side is damn near dead. Okay, they're looking for all channels that has the truth now. That's been like that decades ago, before they had live streams. Yeah, before they try to creep underground, they did this on purpose. It was gone degenerate, and Cerulli told me this uh months ago last year. This is a thing. And I'm prepared for it because I'm glad I took the week off because you got a lot of trolls coming through. Now, these trims, which you call SYSPM dudes, we call them trims because they don't represent the black man. Me and I would say me, Cerulli, and Dre coined that phrase trims. Well, actually, Cerulli coined the phrase trim, so we agreed to call them that. And I think Dre said it too. Both of them coined the phrase. I'll say both of them coined the phrase. Then I agreed to it. I said, all right, cool. He said, goats are not humans. We were just saying that to him. But speaking of them, they still getting their ass whooped. Art did the right thing. He took a lot of moderation. He took some wrenches away. He said, you can't disrespect me and make clips on me. So the Igmore clan or crew is in full effect. They're not playing. So we're going to see. We're going to see this year what they got to say about, getting challenged by white people now. So they challenge them right now. I don't care if they're insignificant. I don't care if they're significant. They're looking for answers. And they're trying to see how to co-opt niggas. Well, I say black people, us too. We're not one of them. We're not trying to team up with nobody. The villains is villains. We are who we are. We attack everybody. What's going on, Lawrence? Greetings. We attack what's necessary to us. We got our own shit. It's just we're the antagonizer of everybody. That's what we do. Even our own shit and someone else's. We antagonize sometimes. We ask tough questions. Sometimes we drop truth. Sometimes we semi-troll. Sometimes we do halfway things. Yeah, exactly. Captain, you just said it. He said, what would a villain would do? There's a lot what we could do. This thing is huge, man. We have influence in certain black sectors. So the white boys is seeing that. Who's a leader? You know what I'm saying? It ain't just one leader, it's multiple leaders. Who is your guys? Who's the voice of rattling these boys up? Let's see, Mal Man, he's so focused on the fuckery. Educated Aries said this yesterday over at Wackies, and I'm glad he said that. You can't take that man seriously. I can't take him seriously. Next month's gonna be history. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some Black History Month. I don't represent it. I don't mock it because that ain't history. That's just basic. This other shit. I got a whole catalog of playlists that I talk about. My whole channel's based off that, so I'm good. I don't talk about it as much on Wednesday. I'll go back to certain streams, what I talked about, if I choose to want to, but sometimes it's no needs because I already done talked about it enough. I might make a stream and just continue it. I might do just one stream and just may not be an open panel. I'll just have that discussion. I'll just kill it and then make a response out of it. Might double stream it. You may never know on February because February is a weird month for me. A lot of things going on in February because that's one of the months I gotta have a mind into it. See, January I'm dealing with the philosophy part right now from last year and things like that. I've been on this kick. But anarchism, I will talk about that tonight. That's going to be a discussion. I'll bring what Cerulean's things about libertarianism mixed with that. I got to go in depth on that and find some more links. I could do that right on the stream. And that's what's going to boil down to. Because I want a different conversation. I want somebody different on the panel. If I can, if he wants to challenge that, or if Cerulean wants to challenge, I'll drop the link whenever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not open discussion. It's just a discussion if you ask for it. It's one of those ask for the discussion type, streams. The open discussion, I will say tomorrow, we're going to talk about a lot of things we got to address. We got to kill that shit. Yeah, it's going to be next month. Gino's about to pull the trigger. We'll see. He's got good content. I'll support him a little bit. See what he's talking about. He's getting his shit right now this month. This month is kind of shaky. I know it's Capricorn season, so it's going to end on the 19th. So the Aquarius is like the next. You know how it goes. That season is very, very. It's long in December for the beginning, then it gets shortened in November. Yeah, Capricorn season is going to end. It's going to be Aquarius season real soon. Yeah, Capricorn season, we're dealing with pragmatism right now. Dealing that type of now. It's 10 house time. Now the 11th house is coming. That's when the truth comes out about a lot of shit. Aquarius season is going to be fun. I love Aquarius season because this is where the shit comes out of your souls. Social reforming, visionaries is going to come out. It's going to be bombs be dropped. People don't want to hear it. This is true. But we here. Because villains, this is the reason why this space is getting a little bit bigger because, yeah, pragmatism is key. It's here. But, Capricorn season is always going to bring out the pragmatism of people. Then the key is we got to have the truth. You got to have the Aquarius knowledge of the social reform. You also have the visionary shit, and you're good. But then after that, then you got the Pisces. You got the two fish, or what you want to call it, the dreamers. It's where the dream state come in. This is where dream state season comes in. That season's going to be hectic for us, but it's going to be a peaceful transition. Then it starts at the beginning of the Aries, the trailblazing season. Oh, that's going to be wild. Spring's going to be wild. In the Taurian season, that's the Taurian season. That would be the hedonistic, the utilitarian type piece, right? And the construct piece, we dash shit to glory. That's gonna be a minute. See, it's gonna be a while. We're stuck in pragmatism right now because it's Capricorn season, 10th house. So the 11th house, the truth is coming out. February is gonna be wild. Can't wait for February because Black History Month. I'm just gonna roast all the history we learned. I think I did a piece on it on Juneteenth. I think I did that and I laughed at it. That's gonna be some funny shit. I might have to do a stream on that replay. I gotta find that stream. If Juneteenth is celebrated as a holiday, I'm gonna piss off a lot of pro-black. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. Oh man, I got so many links. Thank you, Mike V, for all the links you sent me. I got some content now. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. We got some links up in here. But yeah, cover time is I've noticed from Art New Style with Ragnarok and And I was like, him coming on that channel, that's a sign. That came from my problems. You got a lot of Canadians who want to try to say CRT's the problem, it's socialist, communist. I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about that. That's what divides us right there. That CRT shit is what's gonna kill the space. You listen to that bullshit all day. And now these dudes are not practical. It's a waste of debate. Yeah, Juneteenth can kiss my ass. Yes, same here. I'm like, what the fuck? And they try to say that's a holiday last year. I might have to find that straight and say if it is, I'm gonna talk my shit on that holiday. But as black people, so-called black people, we have to understand you gotta deal with that on YouTube. Because YouTube, to me, is changing. Yeah, just more niggas be barbecuing. Yes, that's what you're gonna see. It's gonna be very interesting this year. Because this year I'm not worried. I'm not worried this year. Niggas is gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be a wild year because I feel like this feels like it doesn't feel like 2012. It feels like 2002-ish to me. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like time when people was really, when I was in school back in the day. It feels like that. I don't feel like 2012 to me because 2012 was about in the world type shit. But 2002, oh man, that was something else. That Bush era, woo, something else. Don't feel like 92 because 92 that was a whole nother story. Ain't gonna be no riots. We ain't got no Rodney King shit. No, that's gone. That's gonna be an interesting year. 2022 is gonna be. It's gonna be exciting, but it's gonna be an interesting year because I see a lot of people not liking each other. He said it feels like 91. Yeah, that's what people say. It has a 91 feel and a combination of 92. It's gonna be interesting because this could be a decade-old problem, but the truth is gonna come out whose side who. Because a lot of people they ain't gonna like each other. The internet's just a buffer of it. When you get offline, oh, it's the real shit. It's gonna be recorded. Like I said, the revolution should be televised. That's a bullshit statement. I used to believe that, but so no, it's gonna be televised. You're gonna see it. People want to see the bloodshed. Because you got some weird people like blood, man. They love bloodshed. Bloodshed is king, whether we like it or not. But that cover time, people looking for cover, political shit, feds watching. These dudes, man, they ain't gonna make it. I just don't see that space lasting that long because it's a small cog hurting Google and YouTube. They said they try to keep the left image. Not necessary. The left ain't got nothing to do with it. That's just propaganda. The left doesn't exist. It's really a fake left. Because the left is dying off as we speak too. So it's not about right left. People just don't want to hear none of it. These kids want to hear practical solutions. If my shit is not popular, there's something wrong with them. This is the reason why I'm on the bottom. This is the reason why I've had the decent and best content to listen to at the now. Long term, my shit's gonna grow. I see how YouTube is. I left this shit for 6 years. That shit went. Because you don't know how long relevancy is. Relevancies last for years. It takes time who you are because not everybody's gonna watch your shit for a while until long term. See, long term always wins. Short term is just the now. Because you look at things for the now and then you're not focusing on the long term effects. Because people didn't listen back then. And it's the same type of people now. That's why I say fuck everybody else. And I try to tell Art, you can't say the Z. Z's going to the ground. Alpha's winning. They're winning as children right now, learning about tech. I heard this from DC the Copre, his daughter. They're winning right now with the tech, blowing past everybody. It's not good. And like I said, I did a stream called The Smart Ones, The Smart Shall Survive. The smartest shall survive. And it's kind of like the survival of the fittest. The smartest shall survive, man. Not the strong, but the smartest. And that's what always wins. But yeah, Rhetoric won't work anymore like it did in the past. You have to be solution based. Yeah, you gotta have solutions. You gotta talk to people, not just offline, but online. Make some better content. And it's not just showing your work, how you apply the work too. Bring guests on. Do what you gotta do. Interviews is good. And if you're improving, that's why I'm trying to improve now. Cause some days they ain't gonna be out here as much. But the quality is gonna get good. So if you're working on that, what type of subject matters you going in? And sometimes you gotta be solution based. But I'm saying like this. I'm looking at something very intricate while I was looking at Art's stream last night about, talking about SKC and them guys over there. Those guys, ever since that Thursday Thrills fifth stream, they was tight about that with the cerulean shit. I think that hurt them. The effect is affecting what I'm seeing now. It's just I'm seeing that from the Igmore crew or clan. These people gotta understand, man. This ain't nothing to play with, because that side of it is actually trying to start a debate and argument and try to co-opt certain guys. I've noticed that. Didn't work. I might speak on that Thursday and go in depth why is it like that, but cover time is going to explain it's just what it is. What's going on, BMT? But that's what cover time is, because sometimes when people stir drama, and I understand none of us are prepared. And I fought some white boys in my time when I was in school. I beat one up in seventh grade. I can tell y'all that story of me. That's just me. I actually put hands on some white people in the day. That was back in the day. But I don't do that now because people got guns and they get emotional. So I grew up in Tennessee, so I live in Georgia right now. But that's a whole nother story. I can go in depth what I used to do, and I always had the hands. I've never bragged as much. I'm not a big bragger. People brag online, they ain't really built like that. So you can tell how they argue and yell. I just let them have it. Sometimes they hang themselves, and next thing you know, there they are. Just like I said, man, it's going to continue. This is a message to the Igmore crew. Be prepared, man, because they looking for channels like Minds and Arts and the villain channels and Igmore. They're challenging everybody. So what it is, they need that pressure to fight the Bidens in the world, which they can't because he's a conservative anyway. I don't view him as a liberal, but he don't care. He don't care. White folks is done. They don't have no choice because the other races is out beating everybody. Not just the black man, but he's also beating the white man too. They don't like that. One thing about white people that tell you, they do not like to compete with others. They will kill and destroy. They will kill and destroy. I had to learn that when I was younger. At first, I didn't know what they meant by that, but they love to kill and destroy. If you study them properly, actually talk to ones and have friends with them, that was a long time ago when I was younger. But they ain't like that now. When I came to Georgia, I was by myself, so most of my friends lived their lives dead in the ground, and some of my cousins done got married to his significant other, and she's a different race, so I'm used to that. Here, it's like a free for all. Everybody don't like each other. It's not just a black and white thing. It's a cultural thing too. A lot of it is they don't like immigrants. They don't like Americas. They just, you gotta have your own legacy. Some people do it like that. I want to see what people say. Because I'm glad that you barred the full RV off your panel of the night. Those dudes come to me and say the wildest shit and how we dudes conservative but don't want to conserve their own legacy. Exactly. I agree with that. That's the problem. And I think Mike V and us talked about that last year. We got to go in depth again because this is the type of shit that I've seen over at Arts the longest. And I think Art is trying to reason with them. See, that's the Igmore guys. They try to be peaceful. I don't know what their thing is. I might have to have a discussion about that. You know, the Monahan report, that's nice, but the younger generation ain't gonna listen to that. I might talk it in brief Thursday in a small rant, and we'll just ask that question: is it relevant? You know, we got the link, so we'll read it again if you want during the stream. But I'm not gonna reference it in the beginning. I'm just gonna tail in or whatever. People want to have that discussion. Or if y'all want to counter whatever, I'm just saying. But most people don't want that because we gotta look at the situation, man. Because what I saw Ragnarok on that paddle with a different name, he's a Canadian now. He's challenging the Americans. It's interesting because I like that challenge. Unless he comes in with good faith. But that's the thing. But you can't really talk to him long term. Yeah. He said those Igmore guys are not peaceful, but they're just messy as fuck and excuse degenerate behavior. Yeah, I see what you mean, Gino. Yeah, we got to talk about that, man, because them white boys is coming at him. Artie Itmore and his slander dude just whole Pookie balls. Oh yeah, you talking about Artie Itmore? Yeah, I can't speak for that guy. Yeah, I don't really care for him. He tried to I know what you're talking about, Jim. He tried to do some bullshit to us. And you see why I don't mess with him. I treat him what he is. Yeah, see them boys is they tried, Art tried to be that. But SKC, he kind of hit a nerve. And it's gonna be some problems. But the whole point is, it's not just them guys. It's just what I'm seeing other black spaces. Even I don't care if whatever sectors you in, white boys is challenging shit. I'm sorry, it's about that money, man. If you ain't about that, you know, your thing or expanding your content further, you gotta do something. At least I'm trying on my end because I'm doing the best I can to help others around me. But the kids got to know. Yeah. He said, "Tell me why the black conservatives hang with the white dudes that make pedo jokes, laughs, and killing black babies. They choose to hang with them." BMT, that is an excellent question. The reason being, I will say why, is because they feel like, I'll say this. I know people are gonna be pissed when they say this. I say it's that Ron Paul effect. You know what I mean? Those guys that's libertarian, right, so-called conservative, that side always make weird jokes. And my advice to people, stay away from their channels. That's why the doxing and the trolling comes from them. I told this to Malik X, stop hanging with them dudes. I'm not gonna help him this time. He gotta help himself because the feds are watching all that shit. And it's not gonna last forever, because they're already fucked up. And these dudes that's pushing that, it's our own people. This is why you got the SKC's world. At least he's honest with his shit. And Trey and all them. But the guys they hang with is a problem. This is why I don't mess with Bernard Riley and them. They part of that shit too. So why Fantastic is what he is too. That's why I call him Mr. Fitnelli for a reason. He's a coon, man. It's in the military, it's everywhere. It's a disease. That's why me and Dre talks about it. If you see this is what they're pushing. It's not just black men, it's them too pushing it. It's sad, but you can't stop it. The only way you can stop it is stop participating with them on shit like that. They come to my shit, they out of here. Because they trying me right now because they know I'm a target. Well, Art's the target now. See, Ragnarok is looking for a spot to lay his head. That's cover time. And what SK2's pushing ain't working. He's just doing it for the chokes and the draws. But guys that they hang with is the problem. But I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna say, like, those guys look for attention. That's happened to me last year, and I had to learn that because I didn't think what my channel was, and I said I knew what it was. You have different fractions of people used to be in groups. But you got these fake conservatives and these so-called real ones, right? Always looking for trouble. That's that Ron Paul effect, man. That's all I can say about that, because they try to say Ron Paul wasn't racist. Well, he made some racist statements and got caught. That's why Cerulean said what he said about him. I like some of his points, but my point is, you hang with a lot of racists. That hurts you. That's like Trump. Trump couldn't dabble with that. But that's a whole nother thing because when they make pedo jokes, P jokes, it's not good. This is why I'll mess with them like that on YouTube because I'm very cautious. That's happened when I came around and built this channel, the second channel that I built. It's not easy because anytime you see guys like that, you avoid that. But most people can't because they think they're the new black guy. See, it's like we're trading place with racism, right? Because I hear their content a lot. They say, "Oh, he sounds better than the black guy." You hear that talk, and I'm like, and that's what caught him. Our guy had enough. Start yanking shit. I don't blame him. But I told Art, hey, you're gonna get that. Once your channel growth is growing, you're gonna get that attention. That algorithm ain't no joke. They're gonna start creeping on your channels trying to hide. Yeah, yeah. See, I don't mess with that dude. I know exactly who you talking about, Joe. Them dudes got to go, man. But it's gonna continue because if you're so here's the thing, I didn't like what they said last night. We accept all people. No, 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 not that. No. You screen everybody. This is why they don't watch enough people's actions on streams and YouTube enough. I studied this shit. I studied this shit properly. See, off air it's the same too. The difference is they're not saying it to you. Just don't go in those areas. Because we get that in the real world. Online world is dangerous. They bring that shit online. So they hide it in person. They bring that shit online. It's not good. It's not good. You know? They ain't got nowhere else to go. YouTube is taking that away from them. Only place they can go is probably Rumble and other places. Twitter, they already lost that. They trust niggas. But how long they gonna do that? I heard this from Al Manman, aka Angerman, said this. They gonna get rid of us. We're done. Not necessarily. I'll tell you who's done is y'all niggas and teaching this bullshit and going against women all day. Y'all done on that. That's what y'all dudes got in common. And I don't like to mention 3 syllables, aka MOT. He was right on some things, but my issue with him, he does the same shit too. So this is why white folks are attracted to your channels. That's why. It's not just you. I'm just saying that you got to stop hanging with them, or participate in their channels altogether. The regular white people that does tech, they don't deal with that shit. A lot of people say they're the majority. No, they're not. They're a small fraction in real life. Out here too in Georgia, they're a small fraction. I meet those people all the time in Kennesaw and everywhere else. They're a small fucking fraction. Race is in the boom stick. They're in the boom. They're in the boonies somewhere. They're out in the sticks and trailer parks and shit. But they're derelict races. They're not the real races. The real races got the money. They got the corporations and control and things like that. They control people. Those are your billionaires. Those are the ones you should trust. Then you got the ones, the derelict of those, they got to be extinct. So I don't care for those. But the extinction is not comfort violence. Like B just said, it's going to be a more, yeah, it's a combination of a lot of things, diseases and all that. And same with us too. If we act like that too, it's a day-to-day fight, man. Like I said, like Art's got to deal with that. You promote that shit on your channel. Ever since that interview with that radical Latino guy, that's what he went left. See, he's another race, right? White folks see that. That's blood in the water. These Canadians, oh, he's accepting. That's how they get you. I made that mistake when I did that Hannibal stream, but I know who that guy was. He was coming. It's my shit. Algorithm talk. I had to change my About Me section because of him. I think I had esoteric philosophies. Big mistake. He's talking about that Masonic and that weed shit. I wasn't having that on my channel. Hell no. He was looking for cover. He must have did some shit. And I had to cut that motherfucker off. I said, he's a Canadian. Yeah, they looking for cover, man. I don't know what they're doing in Canada up in YouTube. I don't know what they do. These dudes is looking for cover, man. Cover is a king. They look for drama. They look for bullshit. They look for proxies. They want it. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. And I made that when I had that trailer hood trash dude, and I wanted to have that racial discussion, but he wanted cover. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, man. That's what Ragnarok is doing, man. You don't know what he did on that side. They carry bows, man. See, we're the weapons. See, white folks on YouTube and offline, I'll say offline and YouTube is damn near almost the same. The offline, they do that in jobs and shit like that. But online, it's even worse. You're a weapon. Yes, the nigga is isn't safe because of the rap music. And I think Angerman said this on the stream. And I said to myself, okay, but here's why I disagree with him at. They still got power. They trust y'all versus them. Because that Jan 6 shit, white folks is mad about that shit around the world. That's all of them. They don't fuck with no derelict white folks like that. If you want to play the race game, they don't fucking trust these motherfuckers. They treat them like niggas. And they know it quiet as kept. The ones out here, they know it's over for them because they realize the suicide rate is gonna go up. Because if this pandemic thing don't stop, this is done by design anyway, and people are gonna die left and right. But here's the thing about us. Act like we got something. No. Here's the secret. If we stop killing each other, stop flexing, like I said, that Young Doll string out here when I did that self live stream last year, around November, something like that, or around Christmas or November, we stop doing that shit. We can do productive things, but here's the problem. Dereliction, man, day to day. And they ain't scared of dying or no gun or anything. Nuclear missiles, shit. If you're in the military, drones and shit. Come on, man. These kids is barbaric out here. That's the programming. That's something I would love to talk about. One of those open discussions. I might have to talk about that next Thursday. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a disease. That's a problem. Why are we like that? And I'll tell you why we like that. That's programmed since you was birth. And the people you grew up with. See, you don't know danger. See, white folks, they treat you like a weapon. I've experienced this when I was playing in sports. There's a lot of violent stories. They'll tell you if you're next to them, the ones that tell you the real. So I'm privileged to have those conversations with them. But guys online, no, they fake. They from somewhere else. It depends on how they were raised amongst. They ain't never dealt with a lot of black people. So I grew up in Tennessee. I study racism, what it is, in person, books, artifacts. It's been around forever. So it's just systematic right now. And now it ain't as racist as it is, but the system is. So you're fighting the system. I understand what art is doing, but art has to understand dealing with other races is a lot harder. You can't speak on race. You got to walk them into it. Let them say it first, and then we respond. What we do is let's find a solution. But you can't save everybody. I've noticed you can't save everybody because I've noticed you can't save all races in ours either because we're fucked up. So it's gonna get to a point. What classism is? Whose side you on? Are you on the elite side, or you that small food who want to change shit? That's it. I'm scorch earth every day because I mean the village sphere. We about to scorch earth. We just got to understand it. Most people ain't gonna change. They're gonna die the way they are. And it's that time, man. It's okay, you know. You gotta learn to accept it. Some people learn to accept it, say fuck it. Like that. These kids don't care. I see it all the time in Decatur, Georgia, East Atlanta, years ago. Even my father said this. Yeah, they ain't scared to die. Yeah. Why I tell you about Midtown, the same sex as the gay people, right? They kill each other like niggas. They don't tell you about those bodies. You gotta find that shit in articles and certain news stations. That's bad out here. It's peaceful right now, but it's bad out here in certain areas. Yeah. Georgia's far from safe. Georgia's in a cleansing mode. You know what I'm saying? They don't want no nigga shit. They don't want no redneck shit. They trying to make it like kind of like New York almost. That's sad, man. What's going on, Pastor? Keep up with the buildosphere, man. You got something going. That shit's future. But I don't believe that 5.0 nonsense. Just don't even call it a 0.0. Just call it the elite build-a-sphere. Call it Build-A-Sphere X or something. That should be a future trademark right there. You and the guys. Because if I was to build a sphere, call it the building sector. You build knowledge and money and economics. That's y'all shit. I told that to pastor, man, have your shit. Do what the village did. Just actually practice what you preach and just build it. He said, melting pot of fuckery. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And a lot of people love fuckery. It's what sells. Yeah, the 5.0 nonsense, man. Yeah, just drop it. Just call it at the X. Call it elite or something like that. It will help your shit. Trust me. My advice, follow the ways of Lapeep Never. You like podcasting, you like talking about things, and they're eventually getting away from women topics too. Go for it. That's my advice. It's so many channels you can build off and actually practice, and you'll be all right. Oh, not a problem, man. Not a problem. I'm just saying, man, you can't just be stuck in a huge echo chamber of nonsense. This is why the other side of the races love echo chambers. Black people is enamored with this shit. What I've noticed on YouTube, they love echo chambers. I don't know what it is. It's like religion. I stay away from that shit. So I don't talk about religion on my shit because I know how emotional people are. They're gonna say, "Well, you believe this, and you're a communist or something." You know, I don't want to hear all that. No, 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 no. Put it in the right context. They don't want those discussions. No, they'll get they'll get swatted, man. They don't want that link. No, 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 no. I do exercise, but if you want that discussion, I'll come at you. Prove it to me. We ain't gonna do no shouting insults. No, you bring the facts. Cause niggas are scared. Yeah, no religion. Yeah, I don't deal with that because they emotional. I tried that shit years ago. Them niggas is emotional, especially Christians. They're the worst. Muslims I can tolerate. I'm not a fan of them, but I can tolerate them. At least they come with decorum and bring facts. But you know, I don't care what type. You know, just do your research. The Jewish shit, that's a whole nother story. I debated them too. They're a little emotional, but they're reasonable. They gotten better now. I don't even mess with them like that. But they want that discussion. We can go Torah to Torah. That's cool. But the Christians are the worst ones. They're super emotional. They'll defend anybody, shut you up for some bullshit. That happened to me back in 07 when I was in church camp. Already a Christian in baptism and everything. I left that shit in 09, man. I knew there was some weirdos. I learned a lesson. But politics, you study the shit, it's really simple. You just got to study it properly. And Cerulli told me, think about who really wants big government. They try to say that's liberals. No, it's conservatives. They lying to y'all. They want that big shit. I've seen that firsthand on the job. They told me, no, they want the big shit. They want the military. They want all the power. They want all that fucking money. But the liberals, quiet as kept, say fuck everybody else. We're going to be 1%ers. Liberals love to lie. So what they do is they say, we big government, we big government. But technically they're conservative in economic standards. You know where I'm going is this is Republicans in general. They're all liberals, quiet as kept. But they're liberal in military. That's bad. Because in the military, they're so loose with it. They said, fuck it, I don't care. Let's take everybody's shit. That's how you get their oils and shit. But see, a liberal conservative, that's a true conservative, by the way. Because a liberal in economics, he takes the money away, right? He plays their game. See, Democrats, what they love to do, they play the conservatism game overseas and dropping bombs. Like Obama's and Joe Biden's, those are blue dog conservatives. Conservatives can be anything in any party, but the trick is which type of government you want. A lot of them want big shit. They like big corporations. They try to say they don't. Yeah, you do. You want that bread. And then rip everybody off at the bottom. But the liberals, yeah, they're the worst. I wouldn't trust them on the Republican side. They trust that they're bad on the Democrat side. Yeah, they are. They ain't that many. It's a lot on the Republican side. That's why I don't be a Republican. Most Republicans are not conservative. They're actually liberal historically. They're racist and they're nationalists. They tell you that. They're never going to change. Most right wing are fascists. They're not socialists. They're fascists. They love corporations. They're isolationists. That's why I'm got to talk about anarchy tonight to expound on libertarianism, how it really is. Because the real left doesn't exist. They're underground, man. That's change. That's not liberalism. That's anarchism. That's Green Party type shit. I'm talking about wind farms and solar energy. Black folks don't want to talk about that. White folks definitely don't want to talk about that either. They'll look at you like you crazy. They love this melting pot of fuckery. They love it. That's why politics is the least talked about in a proper sense in these spaces and outer spaces is because people are so isolated in echo chambers. They love echo chambers. That's what brings the dollars in. Talk about women all day brings the dollars in. Talk about nigga shit. Violence blowing each other's brains up. Money. They're not going against the top people. No. It's the reason why I'm not as big as people on these channels, and that's a good thing because I could be a threat to their little demise, their little money. That's why I always stay in the background and help others. You do what you do. Because I understand how this YouTube shit works, especially the white people that's racist on here and they own certain shit in Utah. They done. When Dre showed me that shit, oh, they done politically because they ain't got nothing to stand on. They're fighting for their life on this damn website. There's other websites you can say it on, but it's the same thing. They're not playing either. It's an image thing. It's always about image. Image matters in the world. It's not how you get and be responsible, it's how you maintain yourself. Because people are going to look at you different. Those political beliefs is dangerous. Them kids is watching you. Are you that dude, man? It's not a problem. You just have that real discussion and move forward. A lot of these dudes don't want to practice that. You know, I vote. I voted 2 years ago. I voted 2 years ago. I'll do it again in the state of Georgia too this year. That's why I'm focused on the state that's dealing with these problems. Problem here is healthcare. They want Governor Kemp out, so I already know. They said there's gonna be a woman in the state. Well, they're doing something. Number one, they already got their own group, like most people would say, right? Well, they're doing that here. I see it. I can't participate in that. You vote for your best interests, and that's how you get down. Because a lot of people got to understand what Art did last night is telling. It's going to continue. He's going to have to get used to it. Because I've got used to it last year when I came back. I'm getting back to the content now. And tell you that this thing ain't stopping. This ain't stopping. It's going to continue. So I think me and Dre will discuss it. I don't know if Cerulean want to discuss it. We'll get some time. A lot of these dudes I'm seeing that be in those panels and they ride with, and I tell in the comment section, I saw Blexit cheering them on, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. That's just your thing, my man. I'm like, hey, you know, you showed your hand. I'm gonna stop saying the C word from now on because calling them a coon is kind of oxymoron. Anybody can be that. Yeah. I don't do something different. Calling them that, it doesn't bother them. That's like saying the N-word. That don't bother them. It's the behavior of individuals, but they love the shit. I can't change people like that. That's why salt in the earth and scorched earth means something. You gotta look at people that way. You treat them accordingly. Because I already know how they're gonna get down. Because I don't be over there on their shit. And that's the respect that we have. So it's like, why come to my shit and I ain't bothering you? And you did some fuck shit over there and you got a problem with me. See, that's the problem I'm talking about. You can't have a lot of people. Not Cooch, Coon. I don't even want to use that on them. That's too nice. That's too nice. It's gone Psycho Candy, but that's too nice. I ain't got time to argue with people. That's too nice, man. That gives them too much power. I understand if you call somebody that, even our own, they elevate. Nah, you got a troll name call himself. I'm a supreme coon something. You know, that rile people crazy, and I see why. He's just trolling. We destroyed him on Thursday Thrills number 5. So, you know, what did my man say? He's a voracious trash eater. Talking about an actual animal. He wants to talk about animals and shit. And they look at us as cattle. In a way, I agree with that. What BMT was saying, yeah, I'll say niggas. Because that cattle talk, hey, you're well, not only just animals and machines. They look at us killing machines. I try to tell you, we're person, place, and things. That's all we are. We're not verbs and shit. That's what we act like. Think about it, because if we're not properly thinking, we out of there. Like I said, the smartest shall survive. A lot of people say it's the strong. No, it's the smartest. You got to be smart. You got to move different. And it took me last year to see what my content was. And I said, I'm teaching solutions right now through these shits that we talked about and put it out in the open. I mean, I do that offline all the time, try to improve myself every day. The pandemic ain't gonna stop me because I ain't gonna be on YouTube as much in the near future, because once I practice this shit, I'll drop a stream there and there. It's gonna get to a point I'm gonna stop doing it, because if it gets that bad, I can fall back. It's not that much time. See, I can't stream every day. I schedule my shit and kick it on the light side. You know what I'm saying? I'll do those Sunday streams. I'll do those anytime. And these are nothing. I know that's content. I'm gonna be here for a while, because with these, until I get tired, I say fuck it. But you gotta understand, that's just as part of the game, man. Because a lot of people gotta understand, cover is cover. No matter what color it is. I'm not picking on any side or anything. No, cover's cover. If you look for cover, they did some fuck shit. I understand what they're doing. I ain't that guy though. Because you get beef with several people. That's just some crazy shit, man. I am not the channel for that. I try to tell y'all, it's fair warning, not the channel. If we ever fall out, I'm not gonna come at you hard. I'm just gonna leave you alone. This is a fair warning to anyone. I can't be that guy, bro. Got enough problems to deal with off here than on here, because on here ain't that serious. So I don't take these dudes serious. They get exposed by everybody else, so they got it. The younger generation got y'all. I'm just a small, sometime young person going to be an old head real soon. I ain't got time for that. I ain't gonna be here that much longer on this website, because if I decide to create another channel, it wouldn't matter anyway, because I'll keep it afloat, but it wouldn't matter. I left this shit for like 6 years, still got views. It's ridiculous. Anybody can do that. That just shows you the time I put in on the content. A lot of people just upset, man. Once you come back, it's gonna be problems. It's gonna be competition. People gonna look at you like, oh, he ain't nothing, he ain't nothing. He over here acting, you know how niggas talk, ignorant online and comment section panels. I see it. I saw that on Dre's stream. It means I'm back. I slept on it last night. That means when people talk about you bad enough, they know you're back. You're doing content again. They know. Your subscribers know. And they're going to get tired of you after a while, but eventually they don't get tired of you. You say something relevant. That takes time, man. I can't hate on everybody on here, because it's not realistic, because these people ain't really built like that. They talk a lot of shit, but they got a lot of problems. Then they get their whole cars proved by someone else. It's weird. That's why I don't call it beef. It's a joke. Because if it was really beef, they'd been gone. There would be no conversation. You'd be in the ground somewhere. And that's facts. That's why I don't flex. I don't try not to. I can fake flex all day. That's easy to do on YouTube. I dabbled there and there. I'll say that. So I own up my own shit. But everybody else, they're full of shit. Can't call someone else's whole car. You ain't shit. And you've been exposed by everybody else. Ain't nobody fucking with you like that. Don't put yourself out there. I see why people don't cam up, because they're scared of the doxing. Well, doxing ain't gonna hurt you. If you ain't afraid of that shit, that means you're a strong motherfucker. They can't hurt you. Because if they get doxed and they're faking on YouTube, and sometimes if they're faking, they're out of there. It's a lobotomy season. They're out of here. You can't talk all this shit like I saw in that meetup They got destroyed, and they get what they get. I'm telling you, the internet is undefeated. Don't put your shit out there like that. It's asking for guillotine season. I told you what guillotine season means. We're getting dudes up out of here. And we said that last year. And it's going to continue. It's going to extend on the next year. I told you. Yeah. I don't put my shit out there like that publicly, but but I wouldn't be afraid. No. It can happen. It has to be a famous person to do that to me. I want a famous person to do that to me. To be honest with you. It could be a chick, a racist feminist chick can do that. And I'm all right with it. But here's what they won't find. I ain't been to prison. I ain't bowing down to no damn corporations. They won't find that. I ain't sell out my own people. But I'm here. So I'll put myself out there like that. But yeah, man. It's only a handful, man. It's just what it is, man. You can't get mad what's going on, man. It's a lot of people, they just like to talk shit. To be honest with you, they just want the attention. We could clown about Mailman and Man. We could clown about all those guys for 2.0. That's fun, and it gets boring. That's easy. But here's the thing, I don't put them in my titles. You know why? Their followers carry bones. They see shit for what it is. And this year you got to keep your mouth shut. This is it. We're here now. There's election in the state of Georgia and all the other government races we got to see in the White House. This is determine what 2024 is going to look like, and what who is going to run for president the next 2 years. Not the next year, but the next year after. That's when we're going to really see who really about their shit. 2024 is going to be an interesting year. The next year is going to be something else. It's already know. It's going to be some changes. That 2024 ain't no joke. I don't know who's going to be president. It's going to be, yeah. He said, Gene Savage is back. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Do content. What's going on, She? Hey, do the content. Do it. I mean, let me tell you something about pre-records. I love pre-records for some reason. I like that pre-record I got on my computer. I'll find another one too. It's a lot of other good ones. Since I got microphones, I should have did that shit decades ago. But if I would have known, but see, at the time, YouTube was like, I was in that copyright thing with my old channel, and now I should have been had that. But see, I was so stubborn minded because I was thinking about, the bread, money, get the job and everything. I ain't had time for YouTube. I used YouTube as a leisure. I didn't take it serious back then. I did say some serious shit back then. Salute, Booker Ronan. I didn't take this shit seriously. Use it as a message. That's why I try to use this channel as. The next one, I don't know if I want to make money off of it, but I'll think about it. That's something futuristic. Because while I look at the Lapeef Network, I ain't trying to be big fans. I subscribe because they got some decent content. I want to see who their other panelists is, how to look at their format. So they was talking about that Manosphere Man shit all day. If I was them, be careful, man, because people gonna look at you sideways. It's media. See, media, politics go together. It's like a weapon. Black man has a voice, but he has to be careful. You have to not get emotional when people challenge you, and he's got to fight through the questions. They're gonna test you. That's what these white boys in these spaces and these other spheres is testing niggas, man. They testing everybody. They see you. I know we're not a monolith. That's true. They testing everybody. So I'm glad last year they tested me. I had two of them test me, and one was from Canada, of course, and the other one, he was just windmilling for the man. I don't know where he came from, but see, I learned to calm down and understand I gotta be serious with the shit. They gonna try to fuck with your shit. I wanted to tell that Malik dude, man, I'm not helping you with that bullshit. That's shit that you gotta figure out. I ain't doing that shit. I'm not doing that this year. That's some shit you got to do. I don't care about that shit. I'm not professional like that. No, I'm not a cover zone. I'm a channel to say fuck everybody else. That's I'm on that type of time because I had a couple of fallouts recently and last year. I don't want that again this year. Nah. If you're not with me, just leave. I tell people that all the time. I'm not forcing you to stay here. That cover shit, I ain't with that. And I have to address Art of New Style about that issue with that Ragnarok character. Be careful, man. Don't listen to them other panelists. Because they are gonna get your shit destroyed if I was you. You did the right thing taking those things away from him. You need to. It's called fair and balanced. Now he took a wrench from a female. Did see that. I did see that. I believe that was last year. Yeah, it was last year, and I remember that. Did took a female. I did see him took one. He did that last year. Did see that shit. Now he took two on the male side, which is got. Hey man, you're a school teacher and everything. Get your shit right. Get your professions or whatever you got to do. You know, hey man, use this, and I'll support. I'm just saying. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at Art for what he did because he should have did that like probably last year and a long time ago if he felt that way. The A-More clan or crew, keep that shit tight. They targeting y'all. See, they ain't targeting me. They scared of me. Yeah, it was a meltdown. Yeah, she remember. I remember. You can't cry about shit. But yeah, man. Like I said before, I say it again. You gotta cut the bullshit out. Cause a lot of people they get mad about what's going on. Cover time is here. But this year's gonna be the truth. Who's gonna stand the test of time? Because January is something else, you know. Because this is a fun month. I kind of like this January from last year, and I'm doing content again. See, January this year is gonna be interesting because I don't know what this year is gonna be like. Now I know the state of Georgia won a national championship. I'm not impressed. Can they do that next year? He said people in their feelings. No. Yeah, man. Gotta do the content now because nobody's not really doing it like that. Unlike most people that don't do content, try to say talking points is theirs. No, it's not. You stole it from someone else. You really want to get technical, but that's what's wrong with people. They forgot. I've been on this YouTube thing longer than anybody, and that's my problem. Just gotta learn to accept people for who they are, you know. And I don't take this shit personally. I just don't care. He said, for a personal standpoint, yeah, but I'm a fan of it this year. I love it. So much fuckery to learn from people, splitting all. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Heard about Grinch and the babies, which is not true. He said he was trolling them niggas. Okay, cool. I understand that. It's a lot of fuckery going on, man. I guess the purge helped. No, it didn't. It just escalated. They said that was on the For the Record TV. I think someone on the panel said this. Eisen said it, and I believe Bitcoin L and Laro said this. That shit just escalated. That's all it did. And my man Sheep destroyed them two niggas, man. In the jokes. He destroyed them. That's just my viewpoint on love possess opinion. No, that's facts. And it's over. Auntie was getting that money, man. He said, "You blaming the purge for others' fuckery?" No, I don't. I'm not blaming it. I'm just blaming it for what it was. It was a success, but all you did was create more content creators out of it. And what you're doing is like it's needed. Yeah, it was already here, but here's the thing: it was needed, but it's old wounds. I think here's what I was impressed with: Sexy Red. I'll expose it. The Sexy Red part was interesting. Like she had no beef with anybody. She likes to, you had like a little mixture. But the DS1, I was impressed with that one. That one and Grinch, I was like, wow, didn't expect that. The numbers was flying. Now the JK, of course, I don't even care for him like that. Now that was supposed to be his, but it went to the DS1. Then he sold that whole show. I was impressed, man. Yeah, it turned up afterwards, and I think it helps certain people. I'll tell you this: Bomb Cherry's on the Lapeef Network. I'll say that. That's what it showed me. And she be on 8 fucking panels every day religiously. I'm like, whoa, yeah, yeah, old wounds. Yeah, there you go, Ron. That's what it was. But let me tell you something though. I was entertained, all of it. The problem was there's some mishaps, and I think it is what it is because I'm not going to blame it all until it. I mean, it was a part of it, but it was beyond it. You know, But I think Ant may do a series out of it. If I was Ant, I would put only work because people are nosy as fuck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gretchen's the king of that. But I'll say it like this: if Ant make a series like I do with the Thursday streams, like that or something, he could do that. I mean, that would give him some views. I mean, I'll give you an example. One time I had a fuckery stream. I'll give you one. Um, y'all remember Sunday Madness #2? I'm going to address this before I close out. I said like this. I never would have thought, I had Jay Sean, right? But I didn't think Rich was going to hit that panel lane. Now, Pete, I know he attacked Gino with the cat thing. I know his situation and everything else, right? But I noticed something about Grinch. He didn't want to stay on my panel that long. 2 individuals he got problems with. He really, but it's the advisor and cerulean. But, I'm not going to get into that. I already know the backstory, but he didn't want to be on that panel. When I saw that replay, I already know it was a 12-hour stream, and the man tried to get his little licks in, and he impressed me in the purge too. And last night, the Igmore crew tried to tell him, and DC Codebreaker tried to tell him, you ain't the first man that had something like this. My advice for the man, go to the Lapeef Network. They'll love your ass, man. You got some content. You need to get off the ground. I can't stand you being a panelist. Take it from me. It doesn't work. You give your content away. You gotta do your own shit. And pre-records. It helps. Yeah, facts, new. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Auntie, if you do it, to be honest with you, that angst, that angst matters. I don't know what it is. And I think 2 years ago, I saw people's splits and I watched people's content too. Like I was on streams and replays and I see problems. And it is what it is. It's just like I said early in the stream, I talked about the cover thing. I talked about what BOT's mentioned why they hang with the conservative. Well, they like this type of shit. And I noticed my content is not as, spontaneous, and I get it. But I had that one fuckery string. I told y'all about that Sunday Madness #2, right? That's a good example. And I'm surprised you two let me slip on that. And that got some views. That was it. I can't have that stream like that no more. No, because that was with heavy hitters. I had Grinch, I had Jay Sean, I had several other people. Oh yeah. But thank God, yeah, I had Cerulean on there too. Oh yeah, I had him on there. But yeah. I already know my story of that stream. I'll delve into that probably next week. Why fuckery streams matter to certain people. I may use that for a Sunday discussion, Sunday Madness discussion, because it matters to certain people. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. He said I'll do it twice a year. Yeah, man. If you do it, hey, make a playlist. I mean, let me tell you something about playlists, Auntie. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, I will do it for Sunday. I have to do something like that because you can make playlists out of shit. It'll elevate. I don't know what it is about playlists. Just check the playlists. I can't explain what content I've done in pre-records. Put that shit in the playlist because people gonna look. Oh yeah. Oh, not a problem, Absalom. Keep doing the work, man. You got some good content. I might chop it up for you one day. But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's cool, man. Like that shit. Uh, I'll say, was it last month of last year? I enjoyed last year's last month, December. To be honest with you, online wise, I enjoyed this shit. Offline was okay, it was mild, but online doing content again, oh my god, December, that shit was awesome. I'm sorry, that shit was awesome for me. That's probably one of my favorite months of out of the year doing content. That's just me. But my favorite one, I don't know if it was September, October. It's one of them. I have a personal favorite. That's number one. November is my least favorite. It's my least favorite. Besides the fuckery stream, I love that stream. Quiet as kept. I don't even replay it on my shit. Not during the no, I don't even replay. I don't even want to. Just go watch it for yourself. That shit was wild. That was 12 hours too. I tell you, the internet's undefeated, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's all good, man. And I ain't blaming Auntie for that. I think Auntie was a perfect platform for that. If he likes that shit, that's cool. And some people criticize him about the black stuff. I mean, that's him. He has that type of style. That's what it is. I know people gonna look at it the it different, but but I think it was needed. To be honest with you, I slept on it too. I said, well, it's needed. When I saw DS1 went up there going against them too, woo! That has to be my favorite one out of all of them. To be honest with you, I gotta see those replays, man, because everybody's acting a fool. But Sexy Red surprised me. I ain't know she into shit like that, but I try to tell her do some content. Last Sunday, just keep doing you, man. Like, don't let this shit get to you. This shit will get to you over time. But see, I took that break last week because I already know the ops is out of here. They ain't playing. Google's not playing, so that's why I try to keep it above board, man. But I'm glad I create the Sunday Madness series of streams. You know why? Because I like doing afternoon streams on Sundays. I think you get time. During the week, I'm thinking about it, but it's hard though because I'm busy during the week. So that ain't gonna be easy. If it's on a Friday, I would love to do it. But everybody be streaming like crazy Friday. So I stay away from those and Monday streams. Sometimes I do every other Monday streams at night. Yeah. But the Thursday streams will be different in the spring. I might not call it Thursday Thrills. I'll probably have to bring it back somewhere around, I'll say the fall. You know what I mean? Because I like it in the fall. Because in the summer, nobody wants to be on no Thursday streams like that. Nobody. It has to be during the afternoon, and then I cut out. You know what I'm saying? It's gone, Mike V. And that's the only stream I can say. I could do that from like I can't do 2:45. I'll do it like 3 something and just kill it around the nighttime. He said it gets to you if that much when you involve yourself that much. Yeah, it does. I was telling her that, like, yeah, that shit. She could do some different content if she want to, but the problem is she's stuck in a certain space. So me, I don't get that too much involved into it. I'm mostly like I'm abysmal to it. I'm everywhere on YouTube. I be watching gear streams. I be watching pre-record shit, podcast shit like Devin Wade show like every other week. That's about it on YouTube. I don't really watch that much, but Jaws anyway. And Kane's stream got clipped. He was jamming yesterday. He had to shut that shit down. I don't blame him. He had to tell his wife to playing that crazy shit. He was on that type of time. Yeah, man. Ah, people gotta look at what's going on, man. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I done said enough. Yeah. Shouts out to everybody came through. New, Mike V, Ant T, Joe W, the Book of Ronan, Gino. Who else came through? Pastor $40. Salute, salute. Uh She we hear Degenerate, the Slayer himself, Sherigan. Psycho Candy, appreciate you coming through. BMT, of course, as always. Appreciate you for stopping by. The Captain Ghost himself. Appreciate you, Lawrence. Appreciate you for coming by. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, I said Joe W. Yeah, yeah. I'm about to sign off, people. I'm about to sign off. Oh, you gonna do that? Oh, go ahead, man. Yeah, but I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.